Hello everyone, my name is Robert Martinez. Today I'm going to be talking about Pokemon Legends ZA, my hopes for it, and just some theories that I have. So let's get into it. So first off, if you want to see my reactions to the Pokemon Day presentation, you can actually find the link somewhere up here or in the comments. So please go watch that. Just like everybody else, I was expecting Univers remakes to be revealed, and that didn't happen, but that doesn't mean that they can't happen in the future. I'm actually glad that Pokemon Legends ZA is the only game that they announced this year, because I would hate for them to put out another product like Scarlet and Violet where the game just feels unfinished. Even the Pokemon Company has commented and they want to make sure that their new games are coming out with a better quality, and so I'm glad that they're giving themselves time to work on all the projects. So that way if we do get Univers remakes and Let's Go Johto, possibly in the future, that they do come out better. There's something really interesting about the Pokemon ZA logo though. The Z is obviously Zygarde, but there's also an A. So we may potentially get an A Pokemon. However, the A does resemble the secret weapon that was in Pokemon X and Y. There's a good reason to believe that this is actually going to be a Pokemon because it's based over France. They could have put the Prism Tower, which is based over the Eiffel Tower, as the A. But they didn't. They chose to put this lime green A with this organic pattern. So it more than likely is going to be a Pokemon. In a tweet, it was revealed that Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be set entirely inside Lumiose City. And that makes me wonder how it's going to work. I mean, I know people have talked about it happening in the French catacombs. Maybe it's, in the city, like this kind of GTA kind of style where you get to go on the rooftops and stuff. Or maybe it's just like Jubilife City in Pokemon Legends Arceus where it's just a flat thing of land and you have to build a city. I have no idea what to expect for this game, honestly. It could even be futuristic. Something I see in the trailer is this Quasar logo. Now, I don't know if it's going to be anything like the Galaxy Expedition team, but what I think it is, I think it's going to be the construction company that's rebuilding Kalos. It would make sense that the Quasar team would be a construction company, especially since it says urban redevelopment. If this game does take place in the past, then we may see a younger version of AZ, the former king of Kalos. It would be so cool to interact with the younger version of AC and potentially meet his Eternal Flower Floette. As of now, there's not a legal way to obtain the Eternal Flower Floette, but most interesting is that they actually updated the description on its signature move, Light of Ruin. So that may be a clue that we may be able to get it legally in the future. Something I do think we're going to get 100% is we're finally going to get closure for the Ghost Girl. Who is the one she's looking for? And I remember when this first came out, there was so many rumors, and we never thought we were going to get answers for it, but now they're revisiting Lumiose City once again, potentially in the past, so we may get an update on it, we may get the lore, the backstory, and I am so excited for that. Something that doesn't make sense is in X and Y, the fairy type was introduced. And they kind of made it this thing of Professor Sycamore, we just discovered the fairy type. But then in Legends Arceus, they also have fairy type Pokemon. And we're also probably going to see fairy type Pokemon in this Legends game. So I guess we're supposed to treat fairy as if it's always kind of been canon, even though it's a huge kind of plot point that fairy type is a new type introduced in this region. Mega Evolutions are coming back, finally. New Megas are coming, and that's so exciting because we have wanted the return of Mega Evolution for a long time. But because Megas are coming back, now there's this thing of, there's going to be new Mega Evolutions. We may finally get Mega Kalos starters. Hopefully, Chestnut gets a Mega, because that's my favorite Pokemon, that's my signature Pokemon. I love Chespin so much. Flygon may potentially get a Mega, which everybody wanted for so long, but they couldn't come up with anything for it. So it may now finally get a Mega. I hope Excalibur gets a Mega. So the meme on the internet right now is that we're going to get a Mega Charizard Z. And that's so funny because there's been so much Charizard pandering and there's just been so much stuff around Charizard for so long. It's funny because people are coming out with fan arts of Charizard Z And people are actually liking them. Like, it's turned from ironic to now people are like, we want another one. And listen, I know some competitive players are like, oh no, we don't want Mega Evolution back. It wasn't balanced. But to be honest, instead of creating things like Z moves and Dynamax and Gigantamax, they should have just worked on improving Mega Evolution in the first place and making it more balanced and giving every Pokemon an opportunity to have that same boost. Similar to Dynamax and Gigantamax, but I feel like making your Pokemon big is unnecessary, and I feel like it's a cheap gimmick. So I'm glad that they're bringing back Mega Evolution, and hopefully they can balance it better. Pokemon Legends Arceus had this thing where they made Pokemon like Darkrai and Manaphy, and usually all these event-only Pokemon, they made them in-game events. So with that, we may finally get in-game events for Volcanion, and Diancie, and Hoopa, which we have all wanted for a very long time. And this takes me back to the very old events where people would be like, we're gonna get the key card and go inside the power plant station, which is old rumors, but it makes me so nostalgic because that was such a good time. And while you're here, I want to take the opportunity to plug my Pokédex completion video. As of now, I'm actually 102 Pokemon away from completing my living Pokédex. Please go keep up with my living Pokédex progression. I've done a lot of work on it and I put so much hard work into it, and I would appreciate it if you would either check it out. Also, there are Pokemon that I have no way of obtaining, so if you can help out with those, let me know. I do see myself becoming more of a gaming channel and kind of riding the lines of PokeTuber, but also doing some other things as well. So if you're interested in any of that, please come watch my channel and make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!